homework this week. A little bit different than what we've done in the past. We're going to tie into our science and our forces acting in nature. And this week your job is going to be to find an article. So it could be from the newspaper, it could be from a magazine, it could be from the internet. Something that you're going to bring in that discusses a force acting on nature or in nature as a natural phenomenon. So what are some of the examples we've talked about forces that could act on that phenomenon? Yep. Tornadoes. What else?
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes.
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes.
Avalanche.
An avalanche.
Tsunamis.
A tsunami.
Flood.
Flood. That was yours. Okay.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Volcano eruption.
I think we just had that one.
Landslide.
A landslide.
Sinkhole.
I'm not convinced the sinkhole is really a force because the sinkhole is created by something that is the force. Okay, so it's kind of the byproduct. Okay, so you have lots of options, but I want you to take a look at the news and find out what's happening in our world relating to some of these forces. I want you to have something current to bring back to share. So once you have found it, you need to read that article and be familiar with it so that when we come back on Thursday, because of the PA Day Friday, homework is not due till Thursday, you need to be prepared to come back and share because we're going to use that during our science time to have a conversation about what is happening with forces in our world in real time, right here and now.
Okay, so if you go, what if it happened a long time ago and you found it, on YouTube or something?
I want you to try find something current, and it can't be YouTube because we're bringing it in. So you could bring in a newspaper article or a magazine article, or if you found an online version of it, you could print it off and bring it in.
Oh, this is...
Something, you have to have something in front of you that you're able to then share. So if you've watched a YouTube video, that's fine, but you aren't able to kind of come in and I want you to have something on paper that you can share and talk about. And I'd like it to relate to current events. There's lots happening in our world that is very current. So even just kind of taking right now, avalanche in Italy, we had tornadoes happening in the southern United States. So there's definitely forces happening in and around our world right now. And I don't know what the next week is going to bring, but there's an opportunity there for us to learn some stuff.
Last night I saw this article, but it was a video, so could I take notes of it?
No, I want you to have either an article, a magazine, something tangible, okay? That's not notes by us, okay?
What does the article have to be about?
The force that was acting on, so a tornado, a hurricane, a earthquake. Earthquakes, there was recently an earthquake happened not that far along, and I can't remember exactly where. So even within this week, avalanche, hurricane, not hurricane, tornado, and earthquakes have all happened. So they're happening around our world. It's definitely possible to find articles about it.
So technically you're just going to go home, find an article, and bring it in. That's just your homework?
And you need to be familiar with it. So it's not just bringing it in. You need to have read it and know what it's all about.
I have 2.
Questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you bring in a book? Is that?
No, I want it current.
No, but what if it's a recent book?
But even book publication, that'll be something, I want something that's happened in the last month. Okay?
And
Second.
does it have to be on ours that we're doing?
No, it doesn't have to relate to your project. So if I'm doing tornadoes as my group and I find out that there was an avalanche that I wanted to bring in, absolutely bring it in. Okay? And we may find we end up with multiple people talking about the same event, and that's great. Yep.
So, could it be in December and then January, December we have to get it?
In terms of time, try and stick to something in 2017. Yep.
What if it's on the last day of December?
Try to stick to something in 2017. There's been lots of stuff happening, so I want to try and keep it really current.
So you just have to find an article and that's your homework?
Find your article and be familiar with it. So you have to read it and understand the event.
Okay.
So it's not just, I found an article, but I don't know what any of it says. You need to be able to read it to share with the class what they're talking about. Okay?
Can I ask what are your 5 minutes of reading?
Ooh, can it count towards your 5 minutes? No.
Aww.
You've got an extra bonus day because of the PA day. So you got more than enough time, and this is the second piece of homework. Okay. Did you have another question?
Yeah. What if it's the same as someone else's?
Perfect. Because chances are it won't be the exact same article, and that will allow us to talk about the different perspectives different organizations have. Do you gentlemen have any other questions? All right, that's it then.